Well, the word Dixie has been a part of the school's identity since 1913. There have been protests, there have been discussions about changing the school's name over the years, and now those conversations are happening again.
You just cannot give up. We have been fighting these different fights for years and years and years.
Dixie State University has changed names 7 times since the school first opened in 1911. To Janetta Williams, the word Dixie is offensive.
It reminds me of the Confederacy. It reminds me of all of the different negative names to go with Civil War. And it reminds me of the old song, Dixie, as well.
It's been a part of the school's name since 1913.
This is a time that we need to look at changing the different names because names do matter, and people need to stop and realize that, yes, it may have meant something to folks years and years ago, but it also means something different to other people as myself.
According to the school's website, the name Dixie was already used to identify the St. George area and those who settled there. Others say the word is rooted in racism and Civil War Confederacy. Janetta has spoken out on this issue plenty of times before.
They didn't change it because they said that a lot of folks wanted to keep the name, and a lot of folks, maybe someone had graduated from the college, they didn't want to have the name change. And they gave several excuses. I call them excuses like that.
Dixie State has had plenty of Confederate and racist uncoverings, most coming nearly 50 years ago. However, it wasn't until 2012 where a statue of Confederate soldiers on campus was removed.
What should that name be if it is changed? What should that look like? What should we consider doing?
The Utah system of higher education is aware of the conversations regarding the name that are starting back up at the university level.
It's going to be something that needs to be considered. It needs to be something that we need to be looking at, but it's also something that there has been zero decision. In fact, at the state board level, there has been no conversation whatsoever.
Despite this, Commissioner Wollstonhume has been hearing both sides.
And I don't think there's anybody that's saying that they're not 100% concerned about the racial context to it or anything else. Nobody is saying that.
In light of 2020's historic events spotlighting racism, the word Dixie has already been removed from titles all across America.
This doesn't just matter for the state of Utah, but it matters for the world.
The process of changing the school's name is a long one. It would start locally at Dixie State University itself. Then that process would move up to the Board of Regents and then finally to the state legislators. And that likely wouldn't even happen until January 2021 at this point, before that vote or that anything in that process would be up here on Utah's Capitol Hill. We're live in Salt Lake City tonight. Brian Schnee, Fox 13 News, Utah.